Welcome back to the unit on rates and percentages. Today's lesson is about graphs and equations of proportional relationships. The goals of today's lesson are that you can compare related proportional relationships represented by graphs, and that you can write an equation to represent the information about a proportional relationship that's given on a graph. So here we have related proportional relationships and related graphs. They both represent the price of blueberries, but at two different stores. And we're asked which store sells at the higher price. So let's look at the unit rate at the cost per pound. And in store A, the cost per pound is $6 per pound. And in store B, the cost per pound is $4 per pound. So at store A, the price is higher. So store A. And then we're asked to write equations to represent these. And the equation for a proportional relationship is always written in the format y equals kx, where k is your constant of proportionality, or your unit rate. So for store A, that means that the equation would be y equals the unit rate, which is 6x, and at store B, the equation would be y equals 4x, because the constant of proportionality there is $4 per pound. Given a point 10, 4, and given that it's a proportional relationship, draw a graph and write the equation of the line. So 10, 4, 10 is your x coordinate and 4 is your y coordinate. So I'm going to go here because it's 10 on the x-axis and 4 on the y-axis. And to draw a line through that, I'm going to draw a halfway point here, 5, 2. Here's my fairly straight line through 10, 4, and because it's a proportional relationship, I know it's going to be a straight line through the origin, which is here at 0, 0. So now to write an equation of a line, we're going to write it in the format y equals kx, and we need to know what k is. What is the constant of proportionality? So we can divide both sides by x. Y over x is kx over x, and the x's will cancel out, and so we can find our constant of proportionality in this way. Y over x equals your constant of proportionality. And y is 4 and x is 10. So 4 over 10 is your constant of proportionality. And if we divide both 4 and 10 by 2 to make it a reduced or simplified fraction, we'll get 2 over 5 equals k. And so now to write the equation in the form y equals kx, the equation would be y equals 2 over 5x. Or you could say y equals 4/10 x, that would be fine too, either of those. So to write an equation for a proportional relationship given a point, you need to calculate k by dividing y by x, and then substitute the value for k into y equals kx. So you saw where we had y equals kx, and we had calculated k as being 2 over 5, and so we had y is equal to 2 over 5x. So today's goals, you saw how to compare proportional relationships represented by graphs. That's when we looked at the blueberries at store A and store B and decided which one was more expensive. And then you saw how to write an equation to represent a proportional relationship once you had a graph. And that's the end of today's lesson.